Let's talk about Moxa on Lǐ Nèitíng, which is inner Nèitíng. Nèitíng is stomach 44, is the name of stomach 44, but inner Nèitíng is kind of in the same position as stomach 44, but on the bottom of the feet. I'll show you about location in just a minute. This is a point that treats food stagnation. It's really important for food stagnation. It really will relieve the symptom. Of course, why do they have food stagnation? You need to also treat that, but this will relieve the discomfort when someone has it. I'm going to do, it was traditionally done with direct moxa, so I have my little moxa kit here. It's a little hard to show you without spilling it all, but I'm going to show you direct moxa on inner Nèitíng, and I'm also going to show you an alternative in case you don't know how to do that. These are the stick-on kind of cones. You know, they look like this, and there you could see. They have like a little chimney with a hole in it. I don't know if you can see that. And there's also another hole at the bottom. Where to go? Here it is. That the smoke will come down and come out and swirl around the point. It has a little thing that you pull off, and then the sticky part is there and you can stick it on. So let's do some moxa on inner Nèitíng. Okay, so this is the best I can do. I'm here at home, you know, not going anywhere and meeting with people because of the big virus. So I'm showing you on myself. So of course, regular stomach 44 is on the top of the foot between the second and third toe, but inner Nèitíng is on the bottom of the foot. And basically, if you find like the ball of the second toe and you push the toe down, it's where it touches the base of the foot. So I'm going to mark it with a little Zhuyunggao, which is this ointment that's used for doing moxa. Okay, there's a little bit of it there, and that's where I'm going to be doing the moxa. So sorry, I know I'm reaching in front of the camera and all that kind of stuff. This is just like the best I can do under the circumstances. Okay, with direct moxa, you light it with incense. So, okay, we've got the incense going. And so the deal with inner Nèitíng is you put a tiny little grain of rice-sized cone on the point with gold moxa, and you light it and you let it burn down. And actually I didn't feel anything, so I'm going to flatten it a little bit and put a second cone on top. Light it. I felt a little bit of warmth, nothing very big. And here's the third cone. Light it. Well, I felt some heat, maybe one more. Pat it down, put it on, light it. Wow, I'm really not getting much. Of course, I don't have food stagnation at the moment, so the point might be much more sensitive if I did. It didn't get lit. Well, there, I kind of felt the moxa chi going in. And so at that point, you could stop. I mean, I did feel it for a few times, but not so much. And in this last one, I felt a little more of the moxa chi going into my foot. So, okay. Then I'm going to put out the incense. Okay. And wipe this off. Just take a little piece of tissue and wipe it off. And there's not going to be any blister. Maybe there's a little bit of redness there, but it's not going to blister. Remember, the skin on the surface of your feet is thicker than the skin elsewhere, and so you don't feel it the same way you would if it were in some place where there were more nerve endings. Okay, so now I'm going to show you the other way in case you don't know how to do direct grain of rice size moxa. So that's the preferred way of doing it. That's the traditional way, but I'm going to show you then, in case you need a easier way. You know, I have one of these little stick-on cone self-adhesive cones, and I'm going to light it. It does take a little while to light these. They don't light super easily, and then sometimes if you don't light them good enough, they want to go out. Let's see. Yeah, that looks pretty good. So now I'm going to take the little sticker off the bottom, and I'm going to find it by pressing the toe against my foot, and it seems to be right there. So I'm going to stick this on. And then hopefully you can see in the video that the smoke, some of it is starting to come down through the chimney and out of the little hole on the bottom and swirl around the point. That's what I like about these self-adhesive cones, is instead of all the smoke going up in the air, yeah, some of it's still going in the air, but more of it goes down to warm the point directly. So these, you know, come in different sizes or strengths. The red kind, I don't know who can use that. They must be so hot. The green kind are okay in some circumstances, but too hot in others. So the patient might say too hot. And then if you just grab it with your fingers, the base is also going to be hot, so you'll burn yourself. So I always have tweezers to remove it if the patient says it's too hot. The yellow kind, which this is the most mild, and some people, you know, just say, oh, I can't even feel it, but this is a really gentle kind, and you're not going to get burnt with it. And so actually it's what I use in class for students to first try it, and they can move up to the green kind if they want, but I'd rather start low, and if they say, it's nothing, then they can try the green. Different people have different sensitivity. So anyway, you know, you saw I did, I don't know, 4 or 5 cones of direct moxa on the other side. Here, maybe one of these would be enough, maybe, you know, 2, because this is a lot bigger than each tiny little cone. So it's still burning down. Eventually you won't be able to see it anymore, but it'll still be giving off heat. You know, you can't see the glow anymore. And the way I tell if it's still working, I mean, here we can see smoke, so we know it's still working. But the way I tell when you don't really see smoke, but you're not sure, is you can put your hand, cup your hand over it like that. And if you still feel a lot of heat being thrown off, then you know it's still doing something. So you don't have to be in a rush to remove it if the patient doesn't think it's too hot. You can just let it go until it stops giving off heat. In any case, this is not a treatment for me. This is just a demonstration, so I'm going to remove it. And if you do it carefully, the ash will not fall off. And then you put it in an ashtray, and then you're done. So that's basically how you do Lǐ Nèitíng. Okay.